So we're gonna go test this car one more time. As y'all know from the previous videos, we've had a lot of traction issues with this car. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower the tire pressure and set it up at 20, just the way I run this car. This one always stays on 20 on the back, and see if it helps. It should help, hopefully. I just don't know if it's gonna make the biggest difference, but we'll find out. And I forgot that we had aired up the tires for the dyno, and I never aired them back down, so hopefully this helps a lot with the traction. Everything here still looks nice and healthy. What do you guys think about the new look that I'm going for? Did the polish wheels front and back. I'm gonna wrap the front lip, so it's gonna be red just like the rest of the car. Going for more of a cleaner look. Alright boys, it's gonna be a second gear hit. First gear, I don't think it's gonna do much anyways. Damn, we were roasting the tires, but it was still moving forward. Smoking, 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 but it was still did a lot better. God, it had been a few months since I drove this car. I forgot just how instant the power comes on. I wish I would have recorded that. That guy honked, give me a thumbs up. Love that. God, this thing is brutal. Damn, this thing's nasty. Give me a thumbs up, you deserve a pool. Hey, and he read my Boosted Project logo on the side of the car. It works. I learned something from this guy on Facebook. I think his name was Jamie Wyatt. Huge business guy, and he would always talk about no free miles. Basically, every mile that he drove was going to be marketed, and he would always put his business logos on the side of his trucks. And I always had that in my mind. I mean, I run a YouTube channel. It is my business, right? So I'm going to market every mile that I drive, which is the reason that I have the YouTube channel on the side of the cars. DFW is so packed now, it doesn't matter what time it is, it's traffic all the damn time. Third gear used to spin, it looks like it's hooking up really good now. Very good. Lower tire pressure. Should have been the first thing I checked, but I got too happy with the power. All right, we made it home in one piece. So there you go, boys. For those who have seen the previous videos with this car, y'all will know that that was a night and day difference as far as traction is concerned. Because damn, before it wouldn't really do much. It would really just spin first, second, third gear. Was roasting the tires so bad that I was literally just going sideways. Right now it did spin second gear, it did hit the rev limiter. Third gear, it was still spinning, but almost kind of like hazing the tires. It was still pulling forward way harder than it used to. And yeah, that is, what's up, boy? What's going on? How you doing? That was definitely a huge improvement. Now, I do want to tell you guys there are plenty of other things that you can do to increase your traction. Unless you don't want to have traction, then just don't do anything. Air up your tires to 36 pounds, have really stiff suspension, and you're going to spin your life away. But if you're like me and you care about your safety of others, and you're trying to be as safe as possible considering what we do, these are the top things that you can do. Tire pressure 20 psi. That's what I've done for many years on both the Supra and the Mustang, and it is honestly, I think it's by far the best area on a 275/60 tire, to where you have traction and you're not sacrificing too much out driving it as a daily. The tires still wear out evenly, so 20 pounds is what I would recommend. Suspension. So if you have adjustable suspension, where you can actually, you know, I think it's called dampening, or how stiff or smooth the suspension is. I'm not sure, I don't know the proper wording. But basically, you on the front, you want to kind of go maybe 50-50, maybe a little bit stiffer, but you still want a little bit of travel. So you want basically what you want is when you want the car, basically what you want is when you floor it, the front end to come up. Now the rear, that's where it's different. So normally you're not going to have the rear end too soft so you can have a smooth ride quality. But if you want better traction, loosen up your rear shocks and make it to where the car squats. So you need travel. So what happens is the front end comes up, the rear end squats, and then that helps a lot with traction. Trust me, I've done a lot of trial and error, especially on the Mustang. On my Supra, well, that one has a traction control system, but it is set up exactly like what I'm telling you guys. 20 pounds on the rear, soft rear suspension, a little bit stiffer up front. So yeah, those are some of the things that you guys can do without breaking the bank. Again, tire pressure, proper suspension settings, and at the end, the most important thing, your driving skills. Practice, because this kind of stuff can get out of hand and you can lose it really fast. So start your way off slow, work your way up. I've been messing with rear-wheel drive cars since the Mustang days, which is at 480 something, almost 500 horsepower, and now I'm playing with 1400 horsepower cars, right? So practice, boys. Don't do anything too reckless, and don't get hurt out there. Catch you on the next one. And for those who waited all the way to the end of the video, whenever you have your traction all ready and all set and everything's good, you know what you got to do then? You add more horsepower. so you can go down that whole mess again, and you got to battle your traction horsepower. So traction's handled on this car now somewhat, but it's time to add on more. For those who understand what's coming, it's time to go with the big boy setup. Catch you on the next one.